If you wish to master your subconscious mind in 10 minutes, then you should watch this video. Vishen Lakhiani is a Malaysian entrepreneur, author, and motivational speaker of Indian descent. He is the founder and CEO of Mindfully and the author of 2 books, The Code of the Extraordinary Mind and The Buddha and the Badass. Close your eyes, momentarily recall a recollection of someone you actually care about. It might be a pet or a loved one. Just think of someone you actually care about. Consider the last time that person offered you a hug or kiss, as well as the memories of that person. The person is absent. You're not physically observing this individual. However, the recollection and feelings are true. Humans do not just exist in a physical universe. We are dualistic beings who exist in both physical and mental states. Despite this, the majority of us do not comprehend how dualistic we are and how much of our lives are essentially pure consciousness. And, as you will discover today, you will embark on a wonderful trip. You may now open your eyes. We're not just going to touch on meditation. You'll also learn about altered states. For instance, lucid dreaming allows you to awaken in your dream and experience a richer dream world than the physical world. In other words, if you were to sip a cup of hot chocolate in this dream world, it would be more real and wonderful than any hot chocolate you've ever tasted in the physical world, and you will recall it, just like you would in the physical world. Except this somebody has 0 calories. This is a lucid dream. However, we will go beyond that. We are going to discuss arousal. How many of you have ever had sexual relations? If you have ever made love to someone, you know that when there is a deep connection, you are frequently in an altered condition. You feel different. You are experiencing the world in a distinctive manner. We construct so many sexual taboos. Esther Hicks writes in her Abraham Hicks books that the #1 experience that souls crave when they join the human body is the sexual experience, since it is the closest a soul comes to realizing it is a soul. First, we'll discuss ecstasy, and then we'll go even further, and we will discuss what would happen if consciousness were so real that it could exit the physical body. This is sometimes referred to as astral projection or out-of-body experiences. He took ayahuasca with a Colombian Charmin in January. The experience was deep for 7 consecutive hours. Something spoke to me, and he received visions, ideas, and step-by-step instructions for business decisions, app designs, and product features to develop for my firm Mindfully. He was astounded by the clarity and profundity of these ideas. Now, the question is, why do we not hear more about this in contemporary society? The reality is that an increasing number of firms, executives, and CEOs are surreptitiously utilizing altered state training to make better judgments based on intuition. Ayahuasca is only one method of training for altered states. In 2009, he was introduced to it. He lived with the Achur tribe in the Amazon rainforest. When he visited them, the Adua are a culture of dreams. They employ tools such as ayahuasca to achieve such high levels of intuition that they can converse across enormous distances in the rainforest through dreams, but you need not travel to the Amazon to experience altered states. In his remarkable book, Stealing Fire, Stephen Kotler asserts that altered state training is exploding in the current Western society. According to Stephen Kotler, the majority of us have been taught incorrectly that we live in a monophasic environment. In other words, to exist in one state of brain frequency, but in reality, to exist in several brain frequency states is to be human, what Kotler calls polyphasic behavior. In addition to other treatments, plant medicine is a means to become polyphasic, to go from full wakefulness to the dream state, the alpha level, and the data level. in order to access many intricacies of the human mind. And this is one of the most effective skills we can acquire. In fact, it may be the reason why our species exists. There is currently an explanation for why the human brain evolved. People believe that as our ancestors were pushed out of the forest and onto the savanna, they began eating healthier, fattier meats. Moreover, the brain requires fat. This is a theory. According to a second view, it was the discovery of fire that increased our access to food and our ability to break it down for higher nutritional absorption. This is the second hypothesis, but according to a third idea, known as the theory of the stoned ape, our early ancestors discovered hallucinogenic mushrooms while foraging in the savanna, and these hallucinogenic mushrooms provide them with the unique human ability to explore inner worlds and determine what separates us from animals. Our animals are continually looking outwards. They see outwards with their eyes. However, we humans can gaze inside. We can see thoughts and ideas, and we can interact with concepts that exist entirely in our minds, such as love, God, success, and compassion. All of them are inner states. Why then do we presume that being fully awake is the only way to function as a human being? What if we're just supposed to be partially awake, and the rest of the time we're supposed to be introspective? Now, according to Daniel Goleman's remarkable book on the subject, there are 4 ways to access altered states of consciousness. Plant medicine is just one, but plant medicine is prohibited in the majority of nations. It can be harmful, and it demands an enormous amount of time and money. There is an alternative. You are retraining. I've dabbled extensively in your retraining and helped popularize neurotraining through my early works, such as The Code of the Remarkable Mind. But neurotraining is costly. The most luxurious accommodations cost approximately $15,000 for 5 nights. Breath work. Breath work is a profound third way. Everyone must experience it. However, breath work is unreliable. You do not know which insight you will receive. Meditation is the #1 method. According to Daniel Goleman, the issue, however, is that most meditation applications teach only surface-level meditation. You are instructed to relax this set, but you can go much further. The Silva method is the most effective meditation for accessing altered states of consciousness, shifting reality, and downloading ideas. 20 years ago, he began researching and refining the Silva method. The technique was created in the early 1960s. It has